Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Glacial Geek Kill Team Battle Report. I am Phil, the Glacial Geek, coming to you here from Savannah Lion Games in Pooler, Georgia, where I'm about to fight a 125-point battle between my Chaos Space Marines and Skylar's Salamanders. They're actually my Dark Angels, but they will be Salamanders, and they will be at the helm will be Skylar. So that's the two armies that we're facing off here. The story that we've got going on here is that a Salamander ship found itself under assault from a Traitor Marine forces out in space, and found themselves being boarded by a force of Traitor Marines who made their way down here into the cargo hold, where they're looking to grab a whole bunch of the finely crafted weapons that the Salamanders are known to have. So the Salamanders sent in a force to go counter the incursion here, and sent in a force to go take them out. And the Traitor Marines are more than happy to take out a few of the Corpse Emperors chosen here, and get some of the fancy weapons in the process. So that's the story that we've got going on. We are going to be playing basically a homebrew mission where we've got 4 objectives down here. Essentially what happens is, if you control an objective at the end of a battle round, you score a point. If you control more objectives than your opponent, you score 2 points. And if you control 2 more objectives than your opponent, you score 3 points at the end of a battle round. We also going to have kill point here, because they're trying to clear out the Traitor Marines from the ship as well. So for every leader that you kill, you get 3 points. For every specialist that you kill, you get 2 points. And for every regular dude bro, you will get 1 point. So between the two, we'll find the winner of the points from that. So that's going to be the story. That is the mission. Before we go any further, though, let's show you the 2 kill teams that are going to be fighting it out. So for the Traitor Astartes, my kill team will consist of, from left to right, we have my leader, who is an aspiring champion. He will have a power sword and a plasma pistol. I then have a sniper specialist, who is a marine gunner with a plasma gun. I then have a combat specialist, who is a berserk champion with a power fist and a bolt pistol. I then have a berserker destroyer with a chain axe and a plasma pistol. And I then have 4 regular Traitor Marines. And then for the Salamanders, from left to right here, we have the leader, who is an Eliminator Sergeant, who is going to be the leader. We then have a comm specialist, who is an Eliminator. We have an Eliminator, who is a sniper specialist. We then have the combat specialist, who is a Reaver Sergeant with a close combat weapon. He's also got grapnel launcher and grav shoes. We then have 3 more regular Reavers with close combat weapons and heavy bolt pistols, and they all have the grapnel launchers. All right, so going over deployment now. I've got my Zealot Specialist up here. That is going to be the Berserker. That's not the Champion. That's going to be the Berserker Destroyer. We then got the Berserker Champion next to him over there, the Combat Specialist. We then have the Leader back behind them. We got 2 regular Dude Bros with Bolters. We got my Sniper Specialist with the Plasma Gun. And then we got 2 other Bolter Bros back over on this side. My opponent's deployment. He's got his Sniper Specialist and his Leader on the side over here. We've got the Comm Specialist right next to them. And then we've got a whole bunch of Reavers getting ready to jump up the board over here. So that's going to be it for deployment. As of right now, we are going to roll for initiative to go into turn 1 here. All right, I rolled an 8. So did my opponent. So we will roll again. I rolled an 8. My opponent rolled a 4. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Traitor Marines. Movement phase for the Traitor Marines here on turn 1. My Zealot Specialist and Leader both advanced over here. My Combat Specialist advanced up over here. These 2 guys moved up onto this objective over here. These guys both advanced up to that objective over there. And my Sniper Specialist readied himself. So that's going to be it for the movement phase for the Traitor Marines. We'll come back to you after movement phase for the Salamanders. All right, movement phase for the Salamanders here on turn 1. All of his Eliminators moved. This guy advanced over here. He moved up on top here. He moved over there. And this guy over here advanced, rolled really bad, and just ended up moving behind the box over there. So that's going to be it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so my Sniper Specialist, the one who readied himself, is going to fire first. He's going to fire into his Eliminator up on top over here. He is more than half range, so -1 for that. He's also obscured, but because he has the camo cloak, that's -2 to it, so it's going to be hitting on 6s. But I'm going to be supercharging here, so roll of a 1 will kill him. But I get to reroll 1s because he's a Sniper Specialist. So hitting on a 6, showing that full face. Yeah, with that full face, that's what I needed. This is going to be strength 8, so looking for a 2 to wound. That is a wound. AP -3, so it's going to be a 6-up save. No, that's going to go through for 2 damage. So that's going to go through. Do you want to... 1 second. All right, so that's going to be 2 damage. That's going to take him down to 0. Let's see if he's out of action. On a 6, he will be. My opponent's going to spend 2 CP for Death Denied to keep him around, so he takes a flesh wound. All right, so now my dude bro up here is going to start us off in the regular shooting phase. He's going to fire into his leader up there. 1 shot, hitting on a 6 because he is obscured with the camo cloak there. No, nothing there. All right, so now his leader is going to fire. He is going to use the mortis round with his gun there, so it's going to be +2 to the shot here. -1 for moving with a heavy weapon. So he is going to be firing into my combat specialist, hitting on a 2. That is a hit. Strength 4, so looking for a 4 to wound. That is a wound. AP -1, so looking for a 4-up save. Yeah, with a 4, he's good. Woo! All right, so because I am Black Legion, I'm running with the Black Legion traits here, I actually get to fire my rapid fire weapons as though they were assault weapons if I advance. So I advance with these guys over here, so the front guy is going to fire into his Reaver over here. So it's going to be -1 to shoot with the assault weapon as though he advanced, when he advanced, and it's going to be -1 because he's obscured there, so looking for a 5 to hit. That is a fill face, that is going to be a hit. Strength 4, toughness 4, 4 to wound. No wound. And now his sniper specialist over here is going to fire into my combat specialist. He's going to get the +1 from the comms to shoot into him, so he will be hitting on a 3 with the executioner round. Hit 3 because you move with a heavy weapon.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a hit. So this is going to be strength 4, toughness 4, so it's going to be wounding on a 4. That's a 5, so that's a wound. AP -2, so it's looking for a 5-up save. No, that's going to go through. D3 damage. 3 damage, so it's going to be 3 dice on this out of action. 4 will be out of action. All right, now this guy over here is going to do the same thing into him over there, hitting on a 5 because of -1 from advancing with an assault weapon and then obscurement. No hit there. All right, so now his comm specialist is going to fire into my back guy over here. He's going to use the mortis rounds, which gives him +2 to shoot, but he's obscured, and he moved with a heavy weapon, so he's going to be hitting on a 3. That is a hit. Strength 4, toughness 4, so 4 to wound. That is a wound. AP -1, is it? So a 4-up save. No, that's going to go through. And he takes a flesh wound. This guy over here is going to fire into his leader, -3 to the shot because of obscurement and more than half range. So he's going to be looking for a 6 to hit. No hit. All right, so his Reaver Sergeant here is going to fire his heavy bolt pistol into the front guy over here. He's within half range, but he is obscured, so it's going to be hitting on a 4. That is a hit. Strength 4, toughness 4, 4 to wound. No wound. And then his Reaver over here is going to fire into the front guy. He's going to be hitting on a 5 over here. That is a hit. Wounded on a 4. No wound. All right, so that's going to be it for turn 1 here. My opponent got 2 points for killing a specialist. He got 1 point for holding an objective. I get 2 points for holding more objectives than my opponent. Did not kill anything, though. So that is going to be it for turn 1. We don't have to take any morale tests because he's got +1 leadership for being Black Legion. Plus, he's got a friend there, and there's only 1 guy out, so he cannot fail his leadership test. And same thing over here. He's got nobody out, so he can't fail that one. So we will now roll off to see who will have initiative going into turn 2. My opponent rolled a 4 and I rolled an 11. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Black Legion. All right, movement phase for the Traitor Marines here. This guy readied himself, as did my sniper specialist. This guy moved up onto the objective over here. He moved up over there. This guy moved up onto the objective over here. And now we're going to have a charge. So he is going to charge into his Reaver over here. Cannot see him, so I'm looking for, was an 8-inch charge, I think we said it was. I'm not going to make it. I'm going to spend a CP to re-roll that. 7. Ooh, was it? Ooh, 1 second. Yeah, he needed an 8-inch charge, so he does not make it in. But now my leader is going to charge into him over there. Not going to make it on a 4. All right, movement phase for the Salamanders now. All of his eliminators have readied themselves, and now we're going to have some charges. Who do you want to start with first? He is going to charge into him over here, so overwatching. Hitting on 6s. Nope, nothing there. He needs a 3-inch charge. He's in. Now this guy's going to charge into this guy over here. 4-inch charge. I'm going to overwatch. Not get any hits. He's in.
From the top.
And the guy up on top here is going to charge into the guy on the objective over there. No Overwatch hits. And he's in.
Crate.
And then this guy's going to need 6-inch charge to get around the crate. He's engaged right now, so his charge is, ooh, just in, but in. All right, so now my dude bro over here is going to start us off in the shooting phase. He's readied, and he's going to fire into his leader over here, supercharging it, hitting on a 6 because of his camo cloak and range. Nope, no hit there. All right, so now his leader is going to fire with the execution round into my leader. He is going to use the execution round, and he's going to give him the +1 because of the comm specialist here, -1 because of obscurement, so hitting on a 3. No hit. He's going to use his Salamanders tactic that he forgot about on the first round of combat to re-roll that hit. Oh no, not meant to be. And then my other ready guy is going to shoot into his leader over here, hitting on a 6. No hit. So now his sniper specialist is going to fire into my dude bro over here. He's going to be -1 to hit. He's going to use the execution around, which is that's the +2 to hit. No, that's the mortal wound on a 6. So it's going to be looking for a 4 to hit because of obscurement. No hit. And now his comm specialist is going to fire into my leader. He's going to use the mortis round, so +2 to hit, -1 because of obscurement, hitting on a 2. That's a hit. That's what you needed. This is going to be wounded on a 4. Oh, that's a wound. AP -1, so looking for a 4-up save. No save there. I think they only have 1 wound, so injury roll here. And he's out. All right, so we're going to move into the fight phase now because everyone who can shoot has shot. My opponent's going to use 1 CP for Death to the Traitors on his combat specialist, Reaver Sergeant, who will attack into Madubro over here. So he's going to have 3 base attacks +1 because he's a combat specialist, +1 because of the combat knife. So he's going to have 5 attacks coming in here. Hits of 6s allow him to roll, make an additional hit. Alrighty, so no 6s, but he does have 3 hits there, which is pretty good. These are going to be strength 4, toughness 4, so looking for 4s to wound. Getting 2 wounds, 2 3-up saves. Failed both of them. So injury roll, already has 1, so +1, he is out of action. So now this guy over here is going to attack into him. He's going to have 3 attacks because he's got the combat knife there. These are going to be hitting on 3s. That is going to be all hits. These are going to be wounding on 4s. That is going to be 3 wounds. Looking for 3-up armor saves. Failing 2 of them. So out of action, or injury roll, I should say. And a 3, he takes a flesh wound. Opponent's going to spend a CP to re-roll that injury roll there. Into a 2, so he still takes a flesh wound. And now this guy will get to attack into his into my guy over here. 3 attacks. That is going to be 3 hits. Wounding on 4s. That is going to be 1 wound. 1 3-up armor save. No! Failing that one. Out of action. No, he takes a flesh wound. All right, so now I get to attack back with my dude bro over here first. 1 shot. That is a hit. That is a wound. And that's a save. And then my guy over here. They got transhuman physiology, so they get to ignore that. The thing. No wound there. All right, so that's the end of turn 2. I do have some leadership tests because I got 2 guys here with flesh wounds on them, and I've got 3 guys out of action. So we'll go with this guy first. So 3 plus 2 is 5. He's good to go. And this guy's got 3 plus 5 is 8, but because he's Black Legion, he gets +1 to his leadership. He's good to go. So that's going to be it for the turn here for turn 2. My opponent killed another specialist, or killed my leader, I should say, and and another regular guy. So he's going to have 3, 4, 5, 6 points from killing things, +1 for last turn for holding the objective, which is 7. And right now he controls 1, 2 objectives. So and I control 1 objective back over here. This one's contested between the 2 of us. So he will, I will only get 1 point, and my opponent will get 2 points. So he'll have, what is that, 8, 7, 8, 9 points to my. I've killed nothing yet, so I've just got the 3 points from the 2 turns so far. So that is going to be it for that. So now we will roll for initiative going into turn 3. I rolled an 8. My opponent rolled a 4, so we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Traitor Marines. All right, so now my Zealot Specialist is going to charge into his Dubro over here in the movement phase because he's going to ready, he's going to ready, he's going to stay in combat, and then he's going to stay in combat. So his charge room, needing 5-inch charge. is going to make it in. All right, movement phase. He had to stay in combat over here. This guy moved around the corner over this way. He readied himself. That guy readied himself. He stayed in combat. He readied himself. And this guy is going to charge into my dude bro here. So overwatching. Getting no hits there. His charge distance on a 12, he's in. 6. My sniper is going to start us off in the shooting phase into his leader up here. Come on, baby, you can do it. 6. No, doesn't get it because it's more than. He needs the 6 because he's got the more than. Whatchamacallit, the more than half, and the camo cloak makes it -2 because of obscurement. Boom, boom, boom. All right, I'm going to spend a CP to re-roll that because I got a bunch of CP over here. No, still no hit. All right, so now his leader is going to return the favor by shooting a executioner round into my sniper specialist over here. He's going to get the +1 from the comms and -1 because of being obscured, so hitting on a 3. That's a hit. Strength 4, toughness 4, looking for a 4 to wound. No, no wound. I'm going to spend a CP.
The Salamanders.
Oh, the Salamanders reroll 1 wound per phase. No, no wound. And now his sniper specialist is going to shoot an execution round into my sniper specialist, hitting on a 4 because of obscurement. That is a hit, wounding on a 4. That is a wound. AP -1, so 4 up save. AP -2, so looking for a 5 up save. No, that's going to go through. D3 damage. Doing 3 damage. 3 dice on this injury roll. Boom, he is out with that 6. Ooh, barely, but out. All right, that's it for readies into the regular shooting phase. My dude bro's going to fire his bolt pistol over here. That is a hit. That is a wound. That is not a save. All right, and then he's going to shoot him back in the face. That's a hit. That is a wound. AP -1, so looking for a 4 up save. No, that's going to go through. +1 to this injury roll. Yeah, out. And then my guy down here is going to use his bolt pistol. That's not a hit. All right, so into the fight phase, we're going to start with my zealot specialist. He's got 3 attacks because he's got 2 base +1 for being a zealot into his reaver over here. So 3 attacks, hitting on 3s. I spent 2 points for veterans of the Long War. So he's going to be +1 to wound. So here we go. That is going to be 1 hit. This is going to be strength 7 because it's base strength 5, +1 for zealot, +1 for the chain axe that he has. So would be wounding on 3s, but now wounding on 2s because of veteran of the Long War. Ooh, good thing I did because that's going to be a wound. AP -1, so 4 up save. He's good to go. All right, so now his dude bro is going to attack me with his charge. He's going to have 5 attacks here, hitting on 3s. That is going to be all but 1 hit. Pretty good. He's going to be strength 4, so 4s to wound. 1 wound over there. 3 up save. Yeah, he good. All right, so now I'm going to choose my zealot again because he's a berserk destroyer, and blood for the blood god allows him to be chosen a second time here. So he is going to attack into him again. So 3 attacks here. That is going to be 2 hits. Wounding on 2s. That is going to be 1 wound. AP -1. That is going to be a wound. All right, so now my guy here is going to attack into my zealot specialist with all of his attacks. So he's going to have 3 attacks, hitting on 3s. That is going to be 2 hits.
I'm going to salamander.
Going to salamander reroll a hit this turn. Nope, not meant to be. So that's going to be 2 hits. Wounding on 4s. That is going to be 2 wounds. 2 3 up saves. Make 1, fail 1. I think they only have 1 wound, so they've only got the 1 wound there. So injury test. No, takes a flesh wound. So then my dude bro over here is going to attack with his 1 attack. Not going to hit. And then he's going to attack over here. That is a hit. That is not a wound. And then at the end of the fight phase, what is it called? Fury of Corn. I'm going to attack with my berserker here. He's going to attack into his reaver. So again, 3 attacks, hitting on 3s. So that's going to be 3 hits +1 for Death to the False Emperor. Oh man, that does not itself explode though. So that's going to be 4 hits. Wounding on 2s because of veterans of the Long War. So that's going to be 4 wounds. So 4 ups. Where was this my first attack? This is the 3rd time I've attacked with him. Oh, he makes all but 1. Oh man, is he injury roll? And on a 5, he's out. I finally kill something. And then my opponent's going to spend 2 CP on Honor the Chapter to allow him attack again. So he's going to have his 5 attacks on 3s. All right, all but 2 hits there. And these are going to be wounding on 4s. All right, no wounds, but do you want to spend your Salamanders reroll and wound?
Yes.
There we go, that's 1 wound. And that's a save, though. All right, so that's the end of turn 3. Into the morale phase here. I do have to roll to see if I am broken because I've got most of my guys out of action here. And on an 8, I'm good to go because of being Black Legion, which is pretty lucky. But I do have to roll a nerve test on this guy over here because I've got 5 guys out of action. 5 plus 5 is 10. He's going to have an effective leadership of 9 because of the one guy there. So he is actually shaken, which is not great because I don't have, and they shall know no fear. That is only a loyalist ability there. So he will be shaken. Cool. All right, so that's going to be turn 3. Let's roll. What's up? Oh, and another nerve test on this guy over here. Oh, I forgot about that. On a 1, he's going to be good to go. Of course, he's fine, and he's not, but blah, blah, blah. So that's going to be it for the turn there. We will now roll off to see who has initiative going into turn 3. I rolled a 6. My opponent rolled a 7, so we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Salamanders. All right, movement phase for the Salamanders here. He readied. And now he is going to charge with, which one of these? This guy over there. He's going to declare both this guy, I mean both these guys may as well. Both these guys and then this guy over here. So his charge distance is not going to make it on a 6. Do you want to spend a CP to re-roll that?
I do.
He does. So he's going to spend a CP to re-roll that. That makes it in with a 10. All right, so that's going to be it for the movement phase because I'm going to stay in combat over here and he has to stay in combat and he can't do anything. So we will move on to the shooting phase. All right, so here we go into the shooting gallery into this guy. So we're going to start with him. He's going to take the +1 from the comms. So he's going to have a 3 to hit with an execution round. That's a hit. Wounding on a 4. No wound there. Salamander reroll. Into a wound there. 4 up. Oh, no, 5 up. No, that's going to go through. I'm going to spend a CP to reroll that. Nope, didn't make a difference. So damage, D3, right? Mm-hmm. There's going to be 1 damage. So +1 to this roll. And he's out. All right, so that's it for the readies because they don't have any other targets. So now this guy over here is going to use his sergeant. Is going to use his heavy bolt pistol. That is a hit. That is not a wound. So I'm going to return the favor. That's a hit. That is not a wound. All right, so into the fight phase now. His charger is going to go. He's going to spend, he's actually going to consolidate around over here into base to base. That was the plan. He's going to spend a CP on Angels of Death, which gives him +1 attack. So he's going to have 4 attacks into him over here, hitting on 3s. That's going to be 2 hits. Do you want to reroll? Yep, going to spend a reroll with the Salamanders there. So that's going to be 3 hits, pretty good. Wounding on 4s. No wounds. You're going to spend a Salamander reroll on that? Yeah, goes a Salamander reroll into a wound. 3 up save. Yeah, make it. And then his dude bro over here has got his 5 attacks with combat squad. So that's going to be 2 hits. Wounding on 4s. Getting no wounds. And then this guy's going to attack in here. That's a hit. That is not a wound. And then he's going to do the same thing with a hit. And no wound. All right, so now I'm going to roll to see if I am broken in the morale phase. And on a 9, I am going to be broken. So I've got some morale tests to take here. He's going to have 6 plus 1. He's good to go. And then this guy over here, 6 plus 2 is 8. And he's good to go as well because he's got his the +1 leadership from Black Legion. So I'm still alive, but broken. So, -1 to leadership because of terror. Oh man, you're right. That finally came into to make it there. So -1 to their leadership. Yeah, he failed. So he is going to be nerved over there, but he's good. All right, so that's the end of turn 4. Was that 4? Or was that 3? That's 4. That was 4. So we have to roll to see if it goes on to a 5th turn here, and on a 5 it will. So let's roll for our initiative. 7 to 10. So Space Marines first. All right, movement phase for the Salamanders. He fell back out of combat to make room for the Eliminators that are all ready. And over here, he's going to ready, and then he stayed in combat. Movement phase for the Space Marine, for the Traitor Marines. I'm going to stay in combat over here and hold still here so I can shoot. So that's going to be it for it for the phase there. So now we're going to move on to the shooting phase. All right, so now his leader up here is going to start us off in the shooting phase because he's readied into my guy over here. He's going to get the +1 from the con specialist using the execution round, so he's going to be hitting on a 2. That is a hit. Wounding on a 4. On a 5 is a wound. AP -2, so looking for a 5-up save. Yeah, with the filthers. Woo! Con specialist is going to shoot into him, hitting on a 3. No hit there. You get a salamander reroll. Into a hit, wounding on a 4. That is a wound. AP -2, 5-up save. Oh, another filth phase! I'll take that! Woo! And now his sniper specialist is going to shoot into him. Hitting on a 3. That is a hit. Well, actually a 4, but that's still a hit. Wound on a 4. That's a wound. 5-up save. You can't do it 3 in a row, right? If I say can't, then the dice gods think that I don't want it, and then they're going to give it to me because that's how they work like that, right? No, I don't. Another one. I'm going to spend a CP to reroll that. No, it still doesn't help me there. So this is going to be D3 damage. Doing 3 damage here, +1 to this because of his flesh wound already. Oh, no, he takes a flesh wound. Oh, he's going to spend a CP to reroll it. Oh, no. You get all of them, yep. And, the 3 plus the 1 is the 4. Oh, man. And he is out. All right, so then we've got over here. These guys are going to shoot each other in the face. So, Space Marines first. That's a hit. That is a wound. AP -1, so 4-up save. Oh, he's good. And I will turn the favor. Not that way. Alrighty, and we're moving into the fight phase here. My opponent's going to spend 1 CP for death to the traitors, giving him +1 attack, so he's going to have 6 attacks into my guy over here. 6 is explode. 6, oh no, 6 is explode, so it's 5 attacks, 6 is explode. Getting a 6 there, so you get to another shot in there. Alright, so that's still going to be 4 hits though, that's not bad. These are now going to be wounding on 4s. Getting 2 wounds there. Salamander wound reroll, may as well. Nope, so it's still just 2 wounds there. So looking for 3-up saves. No, failed them both. Injury roll. And a 6, he is out of action. And with that, the Traitor Marines have been repelled from the Salamander ship. A victory to the Salamanders, only losing 1 guy in the process. Man, that got brutal. That was awesome. That was still fun. It's cool to see how all these guys operate. My opponent was like, I want to run this this list. I don't have the models yet. Would you mind if I borrow your army? I really want to see how it plays. We got our answer very well. It plays very, very well. And I just wanted to try out my my Fallen again because when I first tried them, when Kill Team first came out, I ran them improperly because I had 2 guys with special weapons. You can only have the 1. But now that we have access to the Berserkers with elites, it gave a couple more of the guys that I have the loadouts there, actual legal loadouts to run them there. So it was a ton of fun to be able to run them out there. I just like how they look. It's always fun to be able to play with the dark side of the Dark Angels there. So a good time. But I hope you guys have all enjoyed this. I certainly have. I have been Phil the Glacial Geek as always. My opponent's been Skyline. Until next time, have fun.